and welcome back to the channel. The Roma is gone, meet it, sir. Ferrari quietly closed the chapter on the Roma and opened a new one with the Amalfi, a front-engine 2+2 Grand Tourer that sharpens the Roma's elegance, cranks up the performance, and brings back some old-school usability while previewing Ferrari's road ahead. In this video we'll break down everything you need to know: looks, powertrain, tech, variants, price, and how the Amalfi stacks up to the Roma and rivals. Ferrari's entry Grand Tourer cars like the California, Portofino, and Roma have always mixed everyday usability with Italian design theatre. After several years on the market, Ferrari decided to evolve rather than merely refresh the Roma. The result is the Amalfi, a more mature GT that keeps the Roma's spirit: front mid V8, 2+2 packaging, long bonnet, while addressing criticisms and modernizing the package for the mid-2020s market. Multiple outlets reported Ferrari positioning the Amalfi as the Roma's direct replacement and showed official teasers tying the name to Italy's Amalfi Coaster, fitting for Ferrari's location-inspired naming tradition. Visually, think of the Amalfi as a disciplined evolution of the Roma's clean lines. Ferrari design has refined the proportions: a slightly lower nose, a crisper belt line, and more sculpted surfaces that play with light differently. The rear shows a more integrated active spoiler and revised taillight treatment for improved aero and presence. Inside, Ferrari returns some physical buttons, an intentional reaction to complaints about overly touch-centric cabins, while upgrading materials and ergonomics to feel more premium and less fussy. Early reviews praised that balance of modern tech and tactile controls. Under the bonnet sits a twin-turbocharged V8 derived from Ferrari's modular family, a bigger output than the Roma. Published specs vary slightly across early reports, but mainstream outlets list the Amalfi's V8 in the 630–640 horsepower range, with performance numbers targeting roughly 0–62 miles per hour in the low 3-second neighborhood and a top speed near 199–205 miles per hour. Ferrari appears to have calibrated the car to be both quicker and more usable than the Roma, while keeping it petrol-focused as Ferrari phases in hybrids and EVs across the rest of the range. Load-bearing claims cited: engine output and roll as Roma replacement. B-roll, engine bay, exhaust close-ups, onboard acceleration clip. Ferrari traditionally offers both coupe and Spider versions for this segment. Early announcements and press launches indicate the Amalfi will be available as a coupe, with a Spider, topless variant likely to follow, or offered alongside in later model years, following the Roma's transition pattern. Expect special editions or higher performance trims down the linear. Ferrari loves limited runs plus possible personalization packages through tailor-made spy shots, and next year model listings also hinted at minor performance and cosmetic variants, track-oriented packs, comfort GT packs, designed to appeal to slightly different buyers. Inside, Ferrari appears to have rethought ergonomics. Reporters noted a cleaner instrument cluster, improved infotainment with a modern layout, and the reintroduction of physical switches for key functions as something drivers asked for after touchscreen-heavy competitors arrived. Materials and fit finish received positive notes: thicker leather, refined stitching, and sensible storage for a GT. Connectivity and driver aids are modernized, but Ferrari kept the focus on driver engagement rather than over-automating the experience. Early road impressions frame the Amalfi as an excellent GT, composed at speed, confident steering, and a V8 that sings at the top end while still delivering usable low-down torque for daily driving. Suspension tuning aims for balancey enough compliance for long stints plus the chassis vividness buyers expect from Ferrari. Reviewers singled out the improved interior ergonomics and the more mature chassis tuning compared with the Roma. Expect critics to praise its civility and whispers of Ferrari behavior when provoked, that is, it's a GT until you ask for sport. Official pricing reported for Europe starts in the mid-200k range. Figures around A-240,000, A-260,000 circulated in early coverage, which places the Amalfi slightly above the original Roma entry point but within Ferrari's expected positioning for a higher performance, better equipped GT. European deliveries were slated to begin in early 2026. With US deliveries following a few months later. Ferrari will levy higher US prices because of tariffs and optional equipment. If you're thinking of ordering, expect production slots, dealer allocations, and heavy options lists to push final pricing well beyond the sticker. The Amalfi slots into the premium GT segment against cars like the Porsche 911 Turbo, for all-round speed, Aston Martin Vantage/DB11, for grand touring elegance, and certain AMG GT, DBS offerings depending on spec. Its unique selling points are that classic Ferrari V8 character, striking Italian design, and brand cachet plus the 2+2 practicality that some rivals don't offer. For buyers who want a Ferrari daily drivable GT with occasional hard driving, this is Ferrari's answer. While the Amalfi itself is petrol-based, Ferrari is moving toward electrification across its lineup. The company has already announced high-power hybrid and FEF models and is staging F introductions in the mid-2020s. Industry reporting suggests the Amalfi could be one of the last wholly petrol front-engine GTs before broader electrification arrives. So for petrol purists, owning one now might be seen as a last-chance purchase. Ferrari's strategy appears to be hybrid where performance gains are clear, and targeted EVs where the market warrants it. If you're a buyer, expect long wait lists and a strong options game. Specify your interior and paint wisely. For collectors, the Amalfi may carry special appeal as a modern, late internal combustion Ferrari GT, especially if future legislation and company strategy limit full-bore petrol models. Consider dealer allocation, provenance, and spec choices. Colors and rare options often hold value better. If you want a convertible specifically, check Ferrari's rollout plan. Spiders sometimes arrive after the coupe and can command premiums. Use on-screen lower thirds for key specs. Horsepower, 0-62 miles per hour. Price. Cite sources in the description. Insert side-by-side graphic, Amalfi vs Roma. Dimensions, HP. Price. Pace the narration. Keep technical specs concise. Linger on design and sound. Suggested music, upbeat Italian A-track for exterior, quiet piano for interior. Tech sections. End with CTA. Which spec would you choose, a Comfort GT or Performance Pack? Comment below. Ferrari's Amalfi is the practical, faster, and more polished successor to the Roma. It brings 640 horsepower from a twin-turbo V8, sharper styling, improved ergonomics, physical buttons make a comeback, and a GT focus that still rewards spirited driving. Pricing starts in the mid-negation $200K range, with European deliveries beginning in early 2026 and US arrivals a few months later. If you love Ferrari's V8 character but wanted a more composed GT than the Roma, the Amalfi is Ferrari's answer. Stay tuned. Please subscribe to the channel. And thanks for watching.